what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Runa. Welcome to another Foundation Friday. If you're new to my channel, every Friday I upload a new foundation video. I either test a new foundation, I'll do a foundation battle where I compare two foundations and see which one does better. And I also do foundation routines. So it's a super Foundation Friday. It's a lot of fun. Subscribe if you are interested in foundation videos and you just want to know and you're a foundation hoarder like me. Today the foundation that I'm testing out is going to be the Estée Lauder. It's the Futurist Hydra Rescue Foundation. Estée Lauder launched a new foundation. Everyone's super big fans of the Estée Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I think I have it here somewhere. Everyone's a super huge fan of the Estée Lauder Double Wear Foundation. As you can see, mine is like a hot mess because I use it a lot. I've done spilled that thing so many times. That's a holy grail. A lot of people always buy that one and they think it's amazing. So when I saw Estée Lauder come out with this one, I was like, okay, doing big things, Estée Lauder. So this is actually a hydrating one. You notice a lot of hydrating foundations are coming out. It could be that it's the winter. I don't know why, but even Fenty came out with a hydrating foundation. I have that foundation review linked down below for you guys to check out if you're interested in knowing what the Fenty one does. I feel like I should do a comparison of this one and that one. This is $45. I know this is more than the Fenty. I did get the shade. What shade is this? This is Honey Bronze 4W1. So I'm going to go ahead and use a brush. It's a moisturizing foundation, so I always like to use a brush with a moisturizing foundation. Before we go into trying out the foundation, you guys, I am using the All Nighter Face Primer. This is new, and so far I actually really like it. It's nice and tacky, goes on really well. It's a very refreshing feeling, so I'm going to test that out with this foundation so you guys will also know how that performs. I think it's going to perform really well because it has like that tacky vibe to it. This is a medium coverage foundation, and so far it looks really good. It glides on really nice. My skin does feel instantly hydrating. I'm a little nervous about the 45 SPF, as I said, because it does tend to, I feel like it tends to get real heavy with 40 SPF in it, or it oxidizes extremely. I don't know. I've never had an amazing experience with foundation with too much SPF in it. I usually do the Urban Decay Well and Undone, or I don't even know how, Well and Done or something. The finish is supposed to be radiant, which totally looks radiant already. And then I'm going to just go onto the top. On my forehead, I'm always like very careful and not to put too much product on my forehead. So please do red corrector. So I'm going to do a little bit of red corrector right here to see if it makes a difference and if it can even cover it. If you guys are looking for a foundation brush, definitely check out the Expert Face Brush from Real Techniques. It's one of my favorites. So soft and nice. So it literally covers the red. And I actually like how it looks better on this side. If you notice, this side's a little bit more, you can see the dark spots around my chin more. So I definitely would use a red corrector under this because it does nicely cover. Oh, it's also a liquid formula because it's moisturizing. And you guys, I think I really like it. The color is matching. I kind of already just went with what I already use. I use Honey Bronze in the Double Wear, so I just got Double Wear in this as well. Use the Sephora Shade Finder to find your shade. I did use the Sephora Shade Finder and I found the shade, but I already know I'm a Honey Bronze in Estée Lauder, so that's why I just went with Honey Bronze. The color is really good. The medium tone is not crazy or anything like that. It does feel very natural on my face right now. It does have a tiny little heavy oily feeling to it. Little bit, but I tend to get that vibe all the time with anything that has heavy SPF in it. And I am actually going to be worried that if it oxidizes, I'm going to look plenty of shades darker. Now this is a medium coverage. I'm going to go ahead and kind of like spot build because I feel like even though it's a medium coverage, you could definitely build this to a full coverage. I'm feeling that full coverage vibe to this. And I'm feeling the full coverage vibe to this. And I think it does good. So that's me building it up. And when you do a build up, it does look a little bit oily and it's a little heavy. So I'm going to just spot treat. I'm not going to do my whole face. I'm just going to spot treat, go to areas where I need a little bit more coverage than I would naturally on other parts of my, my brows are just not doing that good today. When I was putting on the foundation, it felt very soothing and it felt very hydrating. I did not get any tight feeling at all. It didn't feel oily at all, even though now I feel like it's a little bit heavy on my skin, just a tad bit. a little oily. I think I used a lot. You definitely only need a little bit, but I tend to always use a lot of foundation because I just really want to take the foundation beyond itself, especially since I'm testing the foundation out for you guys. So that's why I tend to always go a little extra with my foundation. So you don't have to go extra with this foundation. If you do 1 or 2 pumps, you can literally get a flawless full coverage look. And to do like a second coverage, it still looked really great. It doesn't look cakey. It is drying down more of a dewy satin finish. It's not going to give you a matte look, but I think you could definitely put some setting powder on and this will turn into complete matte or even like a soft matte if that's something you want to go for. I have dry skin, so I tend to like to do hydrating foundations and then go in with a powder to give myself a soft matte look. Now when I buy a soft matte foundation, I tend to sometimes have a little bit of texture issues, so I rather just do it the other way where I get a hydrating foundation and then I blot down oily spots of my face to give myself more of a soft matte, dewy, satiny vibe to my skin tone or to my skin. Also, you guys, this foundation only comes in 20 shades, which is a little discouraging because I think the double wear comes in like way more shades. So I was like, okay, maybe it's a test. A lot of the times brands will come out with like a smaller range of foundation colors and then they'll expand. So I'm here for that too. I don't want to discourage brands from like feeling like they always have to come out with 40 shades every single time. Maybe they're just like as a tester and then they'll come out with more shades. And I think that's good too, because then it's like not wasteful at the same time and they kind of understand, oh, maybe some people need this shade, need that shade. I'm sure they have like a testing team and stuff like that. So, okay guys, so now I want to just show you before and after. As you can see, the coverage is really nice. It looks good. It does get a little heavy right over here, but other than that, it's really natural and light. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my face. I'll give you guys a final verdict. What's my final review? What's the number? I usually number it from 1 to 5 and see how it goes. Okay, so we have a real problem. So it looks like the clips of me testing out the foundation for Estée Lauder are all deleted. I don't know what happened. One of them was like filmed in like slow-mo. I don't know, my phone was just acting freaking crazy. Because I like to like give the final thoughts on the foundation with my iPhone because it just shows the texture a little bit better than like, you know, studio lights. But anyways, the Estée Lauder foundation is amazing, you guys. It's super hydrating. It is a different type of foundation that I've ever used. Usually when I use any foundation with SPF like 50 or SPF 45 in it, it tends to break apart and completely disintegrate by the end of the day, or it will get gunky and oily and a hot mess, but not this Estée Lauder foundation. It is so good. I really loved it. I think I gave it like a 4.8 or a 4.9. And the reason why I gave it a 4.8 because there was just a little bit of creasing in this area. And then the color range is so tiny, like 30 is really tiny. But I did think that this was a total great foundation for anybody who has dry skin. If you have oily skin, I think it will not be that great on you because it definitely has a very hydrating vibe to it. And also it's great as an everyday wear, and I would not recommend it as a nighttime party photography foundation. This is basically a daily wear foundation. And if you feel like the Estée Lauder Double Wear is a little too like full coverage, or it's a little too heavy for you, then this one will be really good for you because it's a much more like lighter medium coverage, and at the same time it's protecting your skin from the sun. I'm so sorry that my clips got corrupted, you guys. I'm gonna keep a very strong lookout on my, you know, whenever I do these videos at the end to make sure that all my files are just uploading correctly. I just didn't want to like go back and refilm or re-put the foundation on because I really want to give first impressions or what I feel like this foundation's doing. Comment down below if you guys want to see me talk about wearing a foundation for a whole week type thing. And then like see if you guys care about stuff like that. So thank you so much for watching my video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!